stuff. Breaking Hugh Jackman, Wolverine confirmed for Avengers, Secret Wars. See what everything always has to say about this, and check this out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios have never acknowledged this, and I doubt that they ever will unless it's after the fact, meaning after the multiverse saga comes out. But it has been said many times that when Marvel bought Fox, they inherited a ton of obligations contract-wise with who the X-Men were and when they were allowed to recast them. Basically, there was no way of getting a new X-Men cast and worked into the MCU before Secret Wars unless they wanted to use the old X-Men. And it appears, even if that isn't true, using the old X-Men is exactly what Kevin Feige and Marvel plan to do. Now, while there have been rumors about whether or not at the end of Deadpool we're going to retain some of those X-Men that we know are showing up, we have a huge bombshell today coming from one of the most trusted industry insiders that apparently, and before the strike, Hugh Jackman was in talks to star in Secret Wars. We're going to break down the latest update and how it pertains to some of those plot leaks we heard about Deadpool, what the ultimate plan for the Fox X-Men will be as we head into the end of the multiverse saga. We're breaking it all down. Hugh Jackman, Secret Wars. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with Loki. If you want to be entered to win, again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this actually broke this afternoon about an hour ago from trusted industry insider Daniel Rickman. You guys can follow him over on Twitter at DanielRPK or RPK News. He's obviously established quite a track record for himself over the last 5 years as an industry insider and a Marvel scoopster. He broke that before the strikes, quote, Hugh Jackman had a meeting with Kevin Feige to talk about Wolverine having a big role in Avengers Secret Wars, which, as I mentioned during the prologue, basically confirms that they're going to keep some of these X-Men characters we see at the end of Deadpool along for the ride for the rest of the multiverse saga, and then eventually culminating in Secret Wars. And I think there's a really good chance that it's not just Wolverine. Hugh Jackman, obviously the biggest star of them all, and that's why he would have a huge role. But if he's coming back and then staying along for the ride, you'd have to imagine some of these other X-Men are as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about what the plan for this may look like in a second, but I want to mention it only because I brought it up during the prologue about those contract rumors. And again, it may come out after the multiverse saga has been published and they're looking back on it that they bring this up. But if those contract obligations did exist about the X-Men, surely they would only apply to the most recent batch of actors that played the X-Men through the Dark Phoenix saga that we had just seen. And that's not the X-Men we apparently seem to be getting. All of the characters now that have come out in the Hollywood trades, like Jennifer Garner's Elektra, they're the old guard of X-Men and Fantastic Four and other Marvel characters, not the most recent ones. So I'm not really sure how much those contract obligations have as much to do with it, as they really haven't had the time or the space to ramp up with that X-Men IP. Remember, a lot of these scripts, a lot of these shows that we were seeing on Disney Plus over the last couple of years were in development for years before that. Basically, before Infinity War came out, they were already working on some of those Disney Plus shows. They didn't own the Fox IP until right around that time, 2018, 2019, which means any pre-development would have had to start then, and even so, there just wouldn't have been time to do an X-Men Team justice unless they focused on it, which rumors have pointed to the next saga after we wrap up the multiverse saga is being just that, the mutant saga, so they can take their time and go character by character and work out building their whole team. I think that was always the plan. Now Kevin Feige looks back at something like the original X-Men franchise where there was already millions and millions, multiple films invested, even though the backstory is complicated, convoluted, doesn't make sense, and some of those films aren't good, you still can take all of that, cash back in on it, and some of the nostalgia for the huge characters like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, and it's a great supplement because you don't have to do all the backstories. People who have seen the films, we know who these characters are. We've followed their stories specifically up until this point. Not only do you get a chance to capitalize on all of that, but you also get a chance to redeem those characters in a moment where they're probably going to get comic accurate suits and really awesome CGI. But more importantly than all of that, they're going to exist in the context of an actual Marvel universe, which sees them side by side with the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and all the other teams and heroes that that are present for that final battle. Now, I don't think that lets Marvel off the hook, and as I've talked about in some of my previous videos, I think there was a huge void in who our quarterback or point of view character was going into Phase 4. Of course, when you had the beginning of the Infinity Saga, it was Iron Man 1, then it was Hulk, then you had Iron Man 2, and by the time we get to Avengers, you've seen Tony Stark 3 times, and they may have tried some of that with Doctor Strange. We saw him in Spider-Man No Way Home, and then again in Multiverse of Madness, but it wasn't the same with the point of view that we were building for not only Tony Stark, but that we also built for Steve Rogers at the same time. It could have been Shang-Chi if they had featured him more at the beginning of Phase 4, made him show up in other projects. It seems like Doctor Strange was sort of the character they were banking on, but let's all be honest with each other. It was for sure going to be T'Challa, rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, and where he probably would have been that re-threaded character, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, etc. If they had just done it with one of these characters, and I don't mean Doctor Strange, he's shown up twice, I mean actually given us a point of view character that they centered this all around, it would have meant a lot more, even with the disconnected nature of some of those Disney Plus shows. I really hope they do it a couple of times with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. In the meantime, they need to get to it, and if it's going to be Sam Wilson's Captain America, I hope it starts here in Brave New World, then you have him show up again in Thunderbolts, and then maybe even one more time, and then in Avengers 5 King Dynasty, where I said we talk about a little bit how this is going to look. Obviously, Avengers 5 is meant to focus on making a new Avengers team so that they can fight side by side with the Fantastic Four that's going to be established in their film. Obviously, an X-Men, X-Force conglomeration here coming over with Deadpool, but you need one film for just focusing on them without the cameos. We've also heard the rumors that Secret Wars is going to be broken up into 2 parts, and so that's probably where they'll do the lead-in for that. Part 1, like Infinity War, you can have all of the sort of teams working together or sort of converging on the same point. And then eventually when we get to Secret Wars is where you have the cameo fest of everybody showing up. And that's what I meant by hopefully touching on Hugh Jackman's character when Daniel Rickman says that it's a major role. Hopefully he'll have a major role in both parts of Secret Wars. He can be one of those point of view characters we just don't have right now. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below, though. Does this make you any more hyped to hear that he's going to be a part of it going past Deadpool and Wolverine? And who you got for the other point of view character? Yeah, Hugh Jackman, sure. Who else you got from the MCU? I'm banking on one of those 3 that were reported. Sam Wilson, Shuri, but you guys let me know down in the comments who you think it's going to be. I think Shang-Chi would be my pick, but again, they actually have to give him roles and they have to give him dialogue. They have to give him films, and right now, he's only been in one thing. So, should have been in Secret Invasion. Marvel, what were you doing? All right, let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We are still giving away PlayStations here at the channel. The next giveaway is right around the corner to coincide with Loki. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places. Instagram and Twitter, AdamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.
Please subscribe, like this video, have a great day. Please like this video and see you guys, bye.